up, everybody, and welcome to yet another exciting episode iya Zaye Zahala. My name is Suecey, and this is Power TV. DStv channel 278, GOtv channel 19. Like any other show, on today's episode, I am going to be sitting down with a creative. She wears so many hats under the creative space. She's an artist, she's a singer, she's a comedian, presenter, radio, she does it all. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest on today's episode is Vubwi, AKA Saliya Miyanda. But today on the show, to talk more about her current single, Bwera, she's coming in her capacity as Saliya Miyanda. So we're going to be talking about her journey and more on the show. So chime in on social media, Power TV Zambia, Facebook, Instagram, naku X, nangamlefu Twitter. But don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Power TV Zambia. For now, we're going to play you something from Saliya Miyanda. On the other side, she's going to be joining me. Muchimunzi ni Power. Welcome back. In case you're just tuning in, this is Zaye Zahala. Power TV, DStv channel 278, GOtv channel 19. My guest on today's episode is multi-talented. She wears so many caps under the entertainment space. She's a comedian. She's an artist, she's a creative, she's a radio and television personality. She's an actress, apenda mundu bati. Zvinasiri na vinango vinango. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Saliya Miyanda.
Palibo, futhi ndine na last born.
Wakangono futhi Dora the Explorer.
Now.
Saliya, it's so good to have you on the show.
It's so fun to be here.
I'm so excited. It's my first time hosting you.
Yes.
And I was like, what a talent.
It's such an honor to be here because I'm such a huge fan of yours as well.
Oh my God, don't say that.
I like how you speak.
Oh my God.
I like your fashion sense.
Stop
It's just amazing.
Oh my God,
nice
but you can go on.
Stop making me laugh. My cheeks actually hurt for real.
Making you laugh. Such an honor.
Oh my God.
It's your job. But you know what? I'm so excited to have you on the show. And what we're going to do today is my nyanja does back summers. Your Bemba does backflips also.
In the building.
I'll be asking in nyanja, you answer in Bemba.
So
if you have some questions for Vubi, please join us on social media, Power TV Zambia. Write some questions to her. I called her Vubi, and I was trying so hard not to call you that.
But it's true. It's my name too. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh.
Very proper and very put. Okay. So we're going to play a little game.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you random questions. So you only have 5 seconds.
Okay.
So nikakufunza question fast way.
No.
Keka bwera kaanza. Ndike kwa
Nikafwambuka. Okay.
First, have you ever gotten revenge on anyone? Muntu akuchaka something.
Yes, I have.
Who was it and what did they do?
I can't say who it was, but like it was more like an energy thing. Where when I was expecting you to be excited for me because there's something that I did that was great, you just water it down. And then when it was your time, you expected me to be like, why?
And then
I shall give you back the energy.
You know what I mean?
What's in the view and I enjoy it? And I put the nares on an alec.
So pamanja nikutota
we got this. We got this. Level.
Okay, so the next one, I want to know, starting your day today, what's the first thing you did?
The first thing I did was check my phone and text someone, could you wake up?
I didn't go Bible. Devotion.
Yeah.
No, at least the Bible is there.
Chapter 23 there.
Yeah. I was about to say, wow, you didn't even say I prayed. You text the person so they wake up so you can pray together.
Yes, and then do the thing.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I'm studying the book of Psalms now.
Okay, so you're 23 now?
Yes.
Okay, lovely. Okay, so what is your most embarrassing childhood memory?
I went to play football with my brothers because I have 2 older brothers. But at the time, I didn't know that I was a girl. I thought I was one of the boys. So like, as we were playing football, it got really hot, and then everybody took off their shirts. So like, they were older kids. I don't think my brothers also knew I was a girl. They also thought I was just one of the dudes. So kweze ko tuwakulu to my guys on tozoziva, this one is a girl, these are boys. So when they took off their shirts, I took off my shirt as well. And then their friends started laughing.
What? So how old were you at the time?
I think I must have been like 3 or 4. And then they only got mad because their friends laughed at them, not that I took off my shirt. And then they said, never play with us again. You're banned. I said, bro, I didn't know.
I didn't know.
I thought we are the same. But we're not the same. So they're just that. Okay, wait, there's another one.
Please tell me.
I kept rocking my chair back in high school.
Yeah.
And then the guy behind me just moved his borak. And that's how, because I kept irritating him. He was like, Mungulu. So I fell. And then the person that came to help me up lifted me together with my chair. That emphasized my smallness. And the whole class just died. Like, yo!
Bakanerno. Stamp.
Stamped it. Peter, please. Why are you doing this? Ona.
No, but not so tiny now. Look
yeah.
at grand lady.
The heels help.
How long can you go without your phone?
I can go 5 hours.
Without your phone?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a celebrity crush?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I can't say his name because I want a feature.
Oh!
I don't want him to think that
the feature is...
because I have after we do our job, that's when I'll be like, actually, I like this guy. I'll be on interviews like, it's such a dream come true because I've always had a crush on him.
Really? Give me a hint.
No, he's a very chilled guy. His bars are not like powerful. They're so chilled. He's just so laid back. And he's amazing. Oh,
is he dark or light skin?
He's light skin.
Super light skin or like?
Just in between.
Medium rare.
Sama kamba no kamba hivi.
Aina sisiza bwanja.
Apa? It's too much information.
It's too much information.
But
I know who it is. That's what I was asking. I caught it. I caught it so quick. Yeah. No, but I can see why.
I see.
Yeah, I can see why. He's very chill.
He's
very chill. What's the funniest DM you've ever received?
Ish. Could be very random. There's someone who is like in a full-blown relationship with me right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Updates me about, and it's a she.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So very...
Are they from here?
Yes.
Oh.
I wondered my voice notes updating me, no babe, I just got home. What? No babe, mom is shouting tonight. What?
Do you respond?
No.
So, but they just come back. Your DM is like, the DM is like the little diary?
Yeah, something like that. Because now it's even spelled over to my personal account on Facebook. And I'm just like, it's kind of weird, but again, it's funny. Like, how do you not stop? I'm not responding.
You're not, like, how long is this? Like, how many years?
It's going to be a year. It's actually been a year since last year.
Maona vanzano, ndiye mo shooting na mashorts. Sako chat. Suecey mabweza.
Just keep trying. 4 minutes yamafika so.
Ni podcast.
Oh, ni umunao.
Okay, other than that, but what's the boldest thing somebody has ever done trying to impress you?
I can't think of anything right now.
Yeah, other than the girl in the DMs, like, send the voice notes. Okay. So this one is interesting.
Okay.
Let's say we're in a place and so somebody calls in and they can't see you. How would you describe your look to somebody that cannot see you?
I have no idea how I would. I'll just say, denim. Nilimuka crop jacket, like a high waist white slack, natuma boots, twa black, then na popoka, na wama.
Okay, cool.
One chat na wama. Mwana mvele na voice. Na pamuvili efyonte monaker.
Lovely. So one last one. Chimama just made me laugh. One last one.
Yeah.
In one word, the Zambian music industry is
versatile. I was listening to the song by James Sakala and Kuptika. Oh,
right,
bro,
right.
And I'm just like,
and
we have this. Bantu wa Eswatini.
Baina. Jope.
Jamarege bogate. Oh, ndapunzira byi French is hapo. Jete muni I love you. Ah, got it, man.
You know, like just use it on samba.
No, no. Ah, boy, jete mwazio.
Okay, no.
Oh, not like that. Oh.
No.
Baby, jete.
Yes.
We kubakamba jete mu.
What type of person are you when you're in a relationship?
I am
like, I just want to know. I think it's so interesting.
I am such a romantic person. Very romantic, but I'm so comical as well.
I can only imagine. Like, would you say like to your partner, like Jatame Bakamba?
One time.
Watch I am on a team.
Nidi na animated, so it's like a mixture of everything.
Yeah.
Everything nice.
Okay, so before we get to talking about relationships, right? We're gonna talk about it because of your song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. No, just because of the song.
Okay.
But we can also talk about it.
No, I thought it was
like, remember that video a minute? Oh, because of your crush.
No. Let's
I can take you back.
No, don't take me back.
You know how to go big.
No.
No, you have to go big.
I will know.
But you know what? Your journey is very interesting. So I was trying to catch up on an interview, and you speak about having touched on everything that you do creatively right now. Like you did a bit of drama, you know, sang in the choir, but at some point you just dropped everything.
Yep.
Because you just thought in hapa nzanga kale brown kamkazi. Nivandani ba basketball abakari bakazi.
Mu YWNBA, no one I can mention, but I got most of the inspiration from my seniors. There's this one girl that used to play really well. She still does, Tendai Ziko. She plays for Napsa Breeze now. So because she was small as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's small and she's this good. I can do it too.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's the one that I looked up to for most of my journey.
So why did you then drop basketball for getting back into the art space?
I dropped basketball for school actually. When I went to university, I didn't have time to go for practice, do my assignments, presentations. Like the time management just became so wild.
Yeah.
But it was much easier to do the drama. I actually started my Vubi character from a school play. So it's like extracurricular activities at school. Yeah.
Okay. So you know what? People who are in the nursing space, especially students, there's so many strict rules. Like you can't do da-da-da-da. You can't, if you're photographed at da-da-da-da-da, they're going to expel you. So now taking that route, becoming a creative while still pursuing your degree as a nurse, how were you trying to balance that?
At first I was doing it in secret. I didn't want my lecturers to know. So I didn't even have a page at the time. But so maziva they didn't even know it was me because I was always in a headsock, always in my Vubi outfit. Like I wasn't known then, like people wouldn't recognize me anywhere. Until someone created a page for me, and then I did a skit with Emmanuel as myself. Then they were like,
okay.
You think it's that kind of party, huh?
Did you get in trouble for it? Or like,
I did not, but they did have many conversations with me. But then it was also at the time when I realized that I could make money off it and help my parents with the little things like groceries, lotion, and all that jazz. And there was a time that I also paid for my clinical placement. So it was like, if financial stress, I was like, yeah, I hear you.
But
I understand.
Yeah.
But the rags. Yeah.
I always tell the story of the first time I ever watched you on stage. Annie Kansime had come to Zambia.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and I was like, because my jokes are quite smart. Sometimes ngatulibeka school. You know? So I watched you and at the time you were smaller.
Yes.
You were just looking like a baby. And I remember everybody else was amazed because I remember notable names having gone on that stage before you did.
Yes.
Then you went on the stage and the atmosphere, everything else was very different. So at the time you had an opportunity to be on that stage, had you cemented your identity within the space as a comedian, or were you still like, I'm still pushing for my character and for people to know it?
I had already cemented. I had done like a couple of other shows before that show. That was my biggest and the most terrifying, because before going on stage, I was actually crying backstage. And there was nowhere to cry, so I went under the table because the tables were draped.
That's what the sake.
Yes. And because like they put like the legends and then they said you are closing. I said,
who made that decision?
Anne.
Oh, she's the one that said you're closing.
Yes. And
you think
and everybody else agreed.
So do you think she had spotted something that you hadn't really seen in yourself at the time?
She did, and she gave me a pep talk backstage because she noticed that I had been crying. So like in between emceeing and she comes backstage, she's like, girl, you got this.
Yeah.
You don't even see what you have, but I see it. So just go there, have fun, and do your best. But it was so weird because for a stand-up show, they remember the first act and the last one.
Yeah, most
in the last one, they'll say it was rubbish. If the last performer did rubbish things, they'll just be like, "What first is emotion, but what last?" So it was so much pressure.
How do you feel? Like, how did you feel after your performance and how the reception was? Just in terms of your morale.
It only sank in after 2 days, to be honest. Like when it was happening, it didn't feel real, and I felt like they are overrating the performance. I was just like, guys, really? The bowing?
Like,
what the hell? Can you not?
Like my jokes are funny,
they are mid, you know. But then after like 2 days when it sank in and I made a post and I saw the feedback from so many people and I saw that people had posted and tagged me, I was like, it was really that good.
Like, hey, I'm funny.
Well, thank you, Jesus.
I'm such a funny girl.
Yeah.
But you know, so the comedy, I feel like a lot of people know you from that stuff.
Yes.
Then you introduce us to your musical side. And then we're like, wow, the girl can sing. When did you commercially do something and decide to put it out?
2022, December 2nd, when I was still with Bittersweet. Yeah. So I went to their studios to shoot some skits, Meneti Flower Tuesday, yada, yada, yada. And then, because most of the times when I'm nervous, I sing a lot just to calm down.
Yeah.
So like they would always hear me sing and they'll be like, girl, can you stop playing and just do something? Because they have a studio there. Then I said, I don't know what to sing about. And then Fedi played an instrumental and I was like, I really actually like this instrumental. And then I just started singing sad things.
Why was that the first emotion?
Because it was a sad atmosphere because of Facebook. So it was the time when Wezi was being bullied for her acne and shani. Abwera tilembera article italia tuzawe nenipitamo mvambiri, and this is just like the physical manifestation of my mind, my emotions and all that. But I've been like trying to keep it together. So nobody knew that she was going through that because she would post happy pictures and then she had just that one terrible picture and everybody's like, awe. So I was like, that's sad. And I could relate because sometimes I could be going through the most. But then I'll just hold it down. Like, it's not everybody. I don't want a pity party. And it's not, everybody has got their own problems. But we still show up regardless. So that was the main inspiration of the song. And that's why it was it
just poured out.
Pouring, yes.
Okay. So you know what? Before I move on from your content creation, right? I want to talk. Who gave you the idea of Dora the Explorer?
Anantumina phone wa mnoja mnyamata. Baby girl, where are you?
Mama chadi before mgaripo panga.
Kurebe, timashana and amplify paper. We have like a general idea. We're like, okay, so we're going to shoot around this. And as we are shooting, there's just spontaneity going on. Sometimes we even cut just to laugh. We're like,
that was about to I was like, you guys laugh or you're just like, you're funny, I'm funny.
Because the bit where Dora started crying, it wasn't in the initial plan. I just decided, we laughed the first shot.
No, because that,
And then for the second one, we saw it through, but we laughed when we said cut.
No way.
Yes way.
So I want to talk about also just the creative freedom that goes into. Now you have Vubi, the character, that's a comedian, you're doing stand-up, to bringing it to just the content. So now you're creating skits for social media platforms.
Yes.
So just the creative freedom that you have, because I've seen you're very versatile also when it comes to that. You can get an important message across. I saw a skit that you did back in the day, I think it was around censors. Also, it can just be about random nothings to another important message, maybe about like a girl child or whatever. So I want to know like, your creative freedom and also how you narrow down and just say, okay, I'll get a message across, but I'm going to do it in such a hilarious way that at the same time, they're going to get the message.
I think at the back of my mind is always just effective communication. Because we can communicate all we want, but if people don't comprehend what you are putting down, it's effective communication. So in muntu amvera, and then I will think about the people that I'm talking to, the age. from the time that I started up until now, what has worked for me in the way that I communicate with them.
Yeah.
And nikaona kuti, okay, if I dumb it down this way, but genius it up like this, they will understand.
Yeah.
So that's always at the back of my mind. It's just effective communication, and that's that.
Okay. How many years have you had the Vubi outfit for? Because
2017.
27.
Yes.
Do you ever look at changing them, or maybe like,
No.
what if the shirt is torn or the...
It will be that way. I actually have 2 outfits. I got one in 2017, and then the other one I got it in 2021. So
Okay, so
they were like proper
2024.
clothes for the shorts, and then I just ripped them just for a little bit of ventilation.
Ventilation. Who did you grow up seeing get drunk so much that played so well?
My father. Yeah.
Oh.
But not the way Vubi gets drunk. Yeah, but like he drinks, so I used to see that. I've seen his brothers as well. And then mukawata wani tezonkala ko pofipina kaba. Tezoona ko futi na midala mwaneze zo kolewera. So I was just like, yeah, okay. And then I think in 7th grade, I watched a performance by Clint the Drunk, where he did a whole reggae song on set.
Yeah.
And I was like, this man is so good.
Yeah.
And then from then I had been watching him on YouTube and just seeing how he was doing his thing. And then here we are.
The Beth.
We are back in the building.
Of Vubi. But you know what? We're going to be talking about your music, more in-depthly about your music in just a little bit. We're going to take a short musical break. We'll play something from your last project.
Okay.
Yes. So we're going to play that. Then when we come back, we'll talk about features that you've done on people's albums and also just your on-food project.
Right.
So we'll be back in just a bit. Muchimunzinishan.
Nizi!
As Saliya, please.
Oh, Muchimunzi Nizi.
Period. Welcome back to Splages Sounds of Saliya Miyanda with BTV. What does that song remind you of? I can't believe it's been a year now.
Yes.
Yeah.
BTB, Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder.
95% meme, 5% personal experience. Ija meme ijati, you can't, if you wanted to, he would stop trying to build a man. You're not Bob the Builder.
You tried to build someone.
No. Yes.
Saliya.
No, I tried because I was seeing the
good and
the light at the end of the tunnel. Now there was no light. It was just like a small spark for lights. Kaboza, kabakazima from. I was like, hey, guy, churros before it got deep.
Okay.
And I think problem is because neze wanze kumchida hivi.
Oh. Okay.
So I was always 2 steps ahead. But then I thought, maybe I'll. But then I saw it. First you are slow. Then you even want to cheat. And then you even want me to help with, bro.
Doodles.
Zambia.
Chop off, Mako. But you know what? That project was so beautiful. So that was your debut project, full body of work.
Yes.
On your own as an artist. So when you look at the growth that has happened, because your current song now, Bwera, is your first single of 2025.
Yes.
You know, when I say Bwera, Nyanja is like so thick. Got in there, chicken. Bwera. But you know what? There's so much growth that has happened to you as an artist, just from when you recorded that project to now. What do you think is one thing that you're looking at as an artist creatively that you feel like, oh, I've really grown, matured in this way?
I want to be more expressive in every sense. Looking at the aesthetics from my videos, from my wardrobe to how I'm doing the backing vocals, how I'm doing the leads. Like I just want everything to be what I want, because for most of that project, no, this one don't do this one don't do. But I want to see what will happen if I allow myself to explore and just trust my gift.
Okay, so this is what we're going to see in 2025.
Yes,
like more
of,
that's just such a trap. Do you what do you think you would, what type of music do you think you would do that would shock people? Or maybe let me talk about it visually. Like what do you think would shock people the most? Bwera chewa varaya taira mfana ovinapo cheurichea.
If I just show one cheek. One cheek, they'll be like,
the nation is shaking.
This girl.
Vubwi has lost her way.
I remember I took a picture for my second single, Friend Zone.
Yeah.
And just my thigh wasn't even showing.
Yeah.
And people were like, no, you've started losing it. I read a couple of comments saying you have started becoming like these other artists who are just showing us bums and not what.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
what if
you can barely see my thigh?
Yeah.
So what one karangza bogos? You're not to be soft.
No, you play too much. But you know what it is? Also, maybe not so much of, maybe even people here in Zambia, but you know, outside Zambia, we've seen talent that is, maybe you come on the scene young, and then as you grow, people want to box you into just being
like
this
what
person.
They did with Miley Cyrus,
So
Ariana Grande.
do you feel that's something that like an energy we project towards you as an artist also, just as a creative in general?
Sometimes, yes, I do feel that way because I would do certain things and people are like, no, not this. We are used to this. Can you just stick to this? Just do this. Just do this. And that's the reason why I did the song, the second track on my EP, different. Like, and I said I will run with my gift. So whether you like it or you don't like it, me, if I want to explore, I will explore because it's within the capacity of my gift, and that's what I'm going to do. So I try by all means to appease the people that support me, but I also at the end of the day want to feel fulfilled in my creativity. So I try to strike a balance, but vikavuta fanenzine komanda
punda po jori pa stage wega
naima
no, that's crazy. I want to talk about your relationship with Ndinema.
Yeah,
you guys have been friends for a very long time. At some point, the whole country just thought that is the man.
These are togetherness.
Yes, like because you remember when you made that video. That's my man when he was about to drop the boy. Everybody was like, and you did it recently with the picture.
Yo, yes. Kuti, what a coincidence.
What a coincidence. People were like, wow, beautiful. But the fact that people speak on, oh, you guys can date. And I see it happens a lot, like in a friendship when people start to put that idea, one of you will catch on to it.
Oh, yeah.
Has that ever happened between the both of you? Like, where you're like,
we are bros.
Yeah.
Emma sees me as a brother. I see him as a brother. And sometimes we'll be having conversations and it's like conversations he would have with like his dudes. Yeah. And then midway he'll be like, sorry, my bad do and I also have instances where I forget that that's like, so there was a time I sent him a picture of my nails. He wanted us to do the skit that we did with the gestures. So I was telling him, my nails are not done, they look terrible. Then I sent him a picture of how they were looking. Then he's like, I don't get it.
Like, what's wrong with this?
They look okay to me. And I'm like, oh, no, I forgot.
Not you.
Like, we're bros, but no, bros. Yeah, so no, it hasn't yet. Maybe kuri events akamfunza kuti woye.
Kuriko my feeling, yes,
maka feeling.
What a brother.
Yeah,
wow, talented
brother Emma. Brethren,
dearest in the Lord.
Yes.
Yeah.
Father God.
You know what? Also, I want to know, how did you find yourself on the album Boy from Chililand?
With that album, I remember I was on King Booga, the episode finale, and then he had invited so many different artists, and Chilo One was one of them.
Yeah.
So I had met Chilo One when he just started. I think listening party Yawa KB, the one that was at Fox. Is it Fox? So I met him there and we were on the same ride to our separate homes, and then we spoke about a song, but then we just like brushed it off. Then like 2 years later we're on the set of King Booga. Then again he's like, we should do a song. Then I said, okay, we will, because I have met different artists and they always say we should do a song. Then they just go away. But then Chilo One said, I'm serious. Like when we were done with the shoot, he stopped me when I was walking out. He was like, I'm serious, we should do a song. Then I said, okay, you have my number, we can do the song. And then in not less than a month he called me. He said, oh, I'm in Lusaka and I'm not having any shows anytime soon, so tell me when you're free so we can. I said, tomorrow, sir.
I'll be there.
I'll be there tomorrow. Tomorrow came, he never showed up. And then the other week came again, he never showed up. I think the third week, Then he was like, oh, sorry, I got busy. And then he told me where he would be, met him. We went to Kuliwa KB, Kukawata. And that's how we recorded the song. So on our way, that's when we were talking about the concept. And I was just, I had suggested that if we're going to write a love song, let's write it ijati. We all have an idea of the type of person that we want to date, but we don't know if the person exists. But then when the person comes and they're exactly the person we had in mind, we're like, I knew you were the one even before we met. So I think let's run with that. And that's how we recorded that song with Chile One. I didn't know it would be on the album. I thought it would be like a single. So it had been like a year actually since we recorded it. No one knows about that. What's that in album? You don't say.
Because like I say.
You don't say. Yeah, and that's how I ended up on Boy from Chileland.
Nice. So now you're an actress, right? So are you still on Impali?
Here and there. Not like a guaranteed this month I'll be shooting.
Yeah.
Like when they need me, because they chased me, I'm in the village. So if they need to shoot some village scenes, then I'm there.
Then yes. You're there, yeah. So also another major project you did was Makofi.
Yes.
Do you wish to actively pursue the acting career, like from that stage to take it next level?
No, I don't think that's what my heart is.
Really?
I really love to write music and to do music. Comedy nayo not sana. That's why I think apamanje nachitako na slow down with the skits. But my heart is with the music. That's where my passion is. It has been that way since the time I was young, but I'm only learning to embrace it now. Yeah. Because at first I just used to sing because I'm anxious in public. I used to sing before I go on stage when performing stand-up just to calm myself down. But then, and like before that, I also used to write poetry. And it was because I had a hard time expressing myself as a kid. But when I write what I felt down, it just felt so much better. Yeah. And then my friends encouraged me, you know what, you should study poetry and see, because you're really good with the pen. Then I started the poetry thing. So I even thought at some point that if I was going to be famous, it would be because of poetry. But it turned out, lo and behold, teacher mahika. Chalo nacho.
But Kwenda, you know what? Now the platform is there. You can just talk to us. We listen. You know, fast forward, I want to know, how do you find yourself on radio?
And then he said the first time I met him, I think I asked him, why did you call on me? Then he said, the times that I've seen you in Bali, you struck me as a person that thought in English but could express and communicate well in vernacular. Like you could just translate it. Kwitu is about that life. It's like 90% vernac and 10% English. So and we want to talk about real issues that are affecting people. We want to give statements that the minister said, the president said, but we want that person in the heart of the ghetto to understand. And I think that you have that in you. And that's how I found myself on Kuju FM.
Yeah. So do you enjoy radio, TV? And also with TV, I've seen you've done like, you know, big shows, you do this, you do that. But with TV, I don't see you actively pursuing like being a TV presenter. Why is that? Because when you were on Pungwa, what was it called?
Yes, Pungwa.
You were great.
Oh, stop.
Why do you not actively pursue that also?
That's a good question, and I've just realized that I do not know why. But also I think it's because of my qualifications. It's so opposite from what I did.
Yeah. Are you practicing now? Do you work?
Not yet.
No? Do you intend to?
I do. Anytime this year.
Jamaica hospital.
Next time hospital.
My name is Saliya. How can I help you?
An identity Vubi me.
What?
Excuse me, this is a place of this is serious business. Can you?
That's hilarious. So you're speaking to me about how you found yourself on radio. Yeah. And now with radio, I've seen that you've really run with that.
Yes.
It's been a couple of years. How many years now?
3.
3 years. So with radio, you have run with it. With TV hosting, presenting, not so much.
I've only done that twice. Pungwa and also Wellness Plus on Hot TV. Yes.
And that was it?
Yeah. I don't know why, but I should consider it. Nikupeleka kuti my applications ya
Maybe dear, I mean, Kupawa TV. Kamba na wa boss watamba.
Boss. Semena gwada manje na baka trousers ka white. Pempa kwa nchito as a TV presenter. Thank you.
GOtv Madison, that was a
they will sort it out as big houses. They should fight each other.
You know, like it's the fight for the rich.
Yeah,
the bosses at the top.
Baza kamenya nako nenza kankala busy. Welcome to
kwa sila. Chapwa. But you know what, let's talk about your current single. We're featuring Moto Zambia, another incredibly talented artist. So let's talk about it. So I was watching a video that you posted the other day and you were talking about the concept behind it. And earlier I asked you, I said, oh, what type of person are you in a relationship? Or da. Like I would really like to see you like within our kamba wankara.
Behave.
Behave, je. Muntu abuela chapo kaika pachita.
I need much that transform. But again, I think I've dated like people that I'm very comfortable with. So nima ngarache muizi, but then I'm still like my flamboyant self.
Yeah. What do you think is very conditional about love of now?
As long as I'm comfortable with, as long it's a selfish love. It's not a selfless love. It's all about me and not the next person. It's all about how this person makes me feel. The moment you stop making me feel good, the moment you stop encouraging me to do rubbish things, nishikwasida lava papameni apotambo yamba na manchi. You have this attitude, I don't like it, I communicate. You like nagging, you like ABCD, but I just want you to be a better person, and I want you to be a better person for me in as much as I am trying to be a better person for you. But then if that's the case, then people are just stepping out like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Either they do that or they just go on a cheating spree. Like their life depends on
I mean, you've grown up in Lusaka. Has it always been like this?
Oh my God.
Osa eso konukwa business che.
Mulusaka ine ya mulusaka ti mulusaka shani. Nikaliboy chitapo experience. Nikaliboy chitapo experience ninganami. So nakuziwa kuti mulusaka ndiye vanhu machitika ndavizira pa Facebook kuti Lusaka is for business. Not that like proximity so ati awe. Maybe kapena wanomezo cheating, they used to do it in such a clever way that I wouldn't notice. Because like maybe they thought, she's too young, kuchepa, so just think I'm a child. So, she's too young, don't expose her to those things. So maybe that's been the case, but I have seen that it's for business now. I've only gotten to realize now because I've had friends that have been in certain circumstances, and I'm just like, well, that was dirty. Sorry. Haven't there. Listen to this for comfort.
Beautiful song. I can encourage you. And then that's it. Okay, so who came up with the concept? You or Moto?
The both of us. I was actually recording that conversation because it felt so good. I just turned on my recorder and we started talking. And then I was like, you know what? Because we had been talking about doing a song for a very long time. And with Moto, even before we became friends, the first time that he met me, he asked for my number so that we go to the studio and do a song. And that was should be 2022. So like, even when we became friends, we'd always, you and I in a nyimbo. You and I, he dropped something. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so gifted. This is so good. We should work on a song. But then we didn't have a concept. So from that conversation, I said, you know what? This is the song.
Who started the song? I want to know who was going through fire that they started the song. The conversation story.
Uziba chepa rusaka. Awe nine nezopita mu vambiri paja. Awe nezopita mu vambiri nine nali mu office where bears. Nine nezopita mu vambiri at the time, and I think that we, you know how they say misery loves company. We were just both miserable relationship wise. And then we were just like, hey boy, I think ABCD. We talked about a lot of things, but then we also came to that part that Kuti, sometimes relationships don't work because we are comfortable and we don't like to be uncomfortable, because you will have to be uncomfortable. It's a whole different person that you're dealing with. And about with angu, anakula ma conditions yena angu, sana dieva mnozo kuja kufana. So at some point you will have to be uncomfortable for the relationship to work. But people want to be comfortable, and this is why most of them don't work.
Preach. And if I keep a motivational speaker.
Imwe.
If I keep
lega nifagana 90 degrees.
Chapwa hapa so menya hapo 90 degrees hapa. Hapa wewe ukambira hapa. Ulina nzero ai.
Stop it, break it.
No, but like what you're saying right now is making so much sense. And it's so true.
Yeah.
I was having a conversation with somebody and I told them, I said, having a partner or how I envision marriage to be is like starting to stay with a distant relative that grew up somewhere else. So when they come in your space, they don't know what you know. Like even the way they take care of your space is going to be different from how. So you need to give them grace and like be so patient. But it's so hectic. But coming from me, I'm encouraged. So I'm have not said not much.
Same.
But no, cannot be point of relatability.
Togetherness, sister.
Team togetherness. Yeah. Unazima. Nazima. So how are you? I'm looking at you, but I'm not looking at you.
Ndekumona banjire kumo.
Nezambera monga na neznacho sama gracia. Jawe wenzo come but when you just your glasses. Siniona. But you know what? I just want to tell you that you're very talented and I appreciate the art that you create as a young person. And I was saying on the interview that you had done, which is a couple of years ago, people were speaking of how they felt like you should do everything that you want to do. Because I remember in that interview, you said, oh no, like you really needed to decide whether you wanted to pursue being in the creative space or, you know, to practice. I had seen like a couple of comments and people just felt like, just do it all. But I'm so glad you're in a space where you feel like you're expressing yourself actively when it comes to the arts and you're doing what you want to do.
Yep.
Otherwise, Vubwi. Vubi is the gift that keeps on giving.
Chiripoche.
Oh. Huh. That can
the transformer, but that's a money win.
No, Appa, you're dressed as Saliya. So Appa, please just be very, very demure. That's what we expect. But then also as an artist, you've done amazingly well. So first single of the year 2025, and you want to express yourself more as an artist. So what's to come? Bikini.
Oh yeah. Bokosi, not now.
Not now. Wait, let me marinate you. Wait.
But it could. But there's a different. There's a song that I did with SG Main, and it's not like my conventional music. It's way out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And the title, what
you use? Ni title bwanji ni Marita.
Yes, sinaimbe chitonga, sinaimbe chizungu. I only 4 Tonga, 4 English words, and the rest is just Fenak. Nyanja, not Fenak. And then even Arapa muchichewa. So kanchita excite kanyimbo. It's not mellow. It's not what. It's upbeat. It's exciting.
Is it like a dance?
You can dance.
Oh, okay.
And also is akupeleka ni word bwanji jayembla kona ni makangoshita pronounce.
Itiyo.
Nostalgia.
Oh, Jamini. Oh, like it's like nostalgic. Okay, so just your brand entirely, because your brand has got so many umbrellas under it. What are we expecting to see? I want to see you on like an international stage.
I want
in
that
any
as
capacity.
Well. I want that as well, but I also know that I'll only get there when the Zambians also embrace me and push me as well. When they just pumping juice in me. They're like, you can do this.
Yeah.
Because Kambili, we are our own enemy most of the times. We have so many artists that could go international. But then when you look at their numbers, because even with international artists, if we go and propose, Kuti, I want to do a feature with you, they'll look at your numbers on Spotify and they're like, hey. Bazamuchita doubt, even if ndiwe mukali no muchira wamene international artists baza doubt. So Mazambians wakambotichita support, especially on our online stores. That's going to do an amazing thing for us. Yeah, we see Killer doing music with it's because of his Spotify numbers, and they're like, if we invest in these numbers, I'm getting something from him as well. Olokuti project is a pezekati. I don't have to pay Killer, or Killer doesn't have to pay the other artists, just by virtue of having that many numbers. It's like it's a good deal.
Is the support balanced out? The support that you get from your character as Vubwi, and then when you transition to Saliya Miyanda as an artist, would you say it's very balanced out?
It's not. Vubi gets more love than Saliya. Saliya gets love from people that pay attention to detail. Because I see some people are like, oh, the one who styled you in this shan, you did shan, and it's me, by the way.
Oh, you're doing all the styling?
Yeah.
There's this shoot that you did, like the outfit when you had like the tie and the denim. I said, wow.
Oh, ndine futi.
Ndiwe? Hey. I said, nikakari aga. A stylist ava. I need to call the so
people who pay attention to detail, they do appreciate Saliya's creativity. But wajonwa mafuna chabati instant feel good. They love Vubi, and there's like a lot of them. And also I can't blame them because Vubi came on the scene first, and this is when Saliya is trying to cement herself. But again, I think that the music is not getting, it's steady, it's not fast, it's not slow. And I think it's because I use a different name, so a lot of people get confused. They know that Vubi does music, but they don't know the name that she uses. So we're kind of internet one mind something at Vubi, I'll be fine. Hey, but then when they say Saliya again, they're confused. They're like
Saliya.
Hey, so I have people, but why didn't you just use Vubi? Because sembe ina pay tache, but then I'm like nifuna pankari.
Yeah, why did you separate them?
That's a good question. I had no reason. I just wanted to use my middle name and my last name.
Okay.
I was just like, I'm tired of being called Vubi.
Wow, my name is so beautiful.
Yeah,
Saliya
let me use that.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, duh.
But you know what, Saliya, thank you so much for stopping by. I struggled the whole time not to call you Vubi. I really just wanted to stick and like talk to the artist herself.
Right.
But hey, somewhere in there, you know, Vubi kept on popping up.
I was within the parameters.
But you were, I'm proud of you. Like legs still crossed.
Yeah.
Very, you know, very put. Yeah.
Manje mannerism che. So look what I've started already.
It can't.
It can't.
It can't be put together.
But it will soon.
Okay, so you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna close in and is that up. Manje we have Saliya. Saliya is gonna finish with a little something before we get into the music video too. Listen, such a talented, she's a powerhouse, she's incredible, she's such a singer, a vocalist, she's amazing. My name is Suecey, I've been your host. Until I come your way again, keep the conversation going on social media. Ladies and gentlemen, Saliya Miyanda. Imba! Yambiza nyimbo.
Nimba nyimbo bwanji manji.
Imba bwera ya mena.
I don't know where to start from. If I start from the chorus or niambie pa bridge. Your scars are the map that led you to me. I wanna see the path you took. I want to set parts of you free. Here hosisa from me too. So bwera dikonde zako za mumdima. Bwera ndikaliokonda za mumtima.
Mochi Munzi.
Ya passport yawe.
Zaye.
Yeah.